Welcome to Global Winning Live. Today is Saturday, August 25th. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. This is Andrew Burling here, and want to just say hi to everybody typing in the chat on the bottom of the screen there. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for giving us about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. That's what we're going to need from you here this morning as we go through the information about a business that we are wild excited about. This thing is about ready to blow like a volcano, and we've been involved here for a very short period of time. We've recently made a decision to get involved with a company called Valentus and to partner up with someone that is I have a tremendous amount of respect for, and you can tell and judge people by the way that they speak and the way that they communicate. And you know, when someone writes a book and they put it in print, you can get to know them through their words. And I'm introducing you here today to Mr. John Haremza, who is a top earner in this industry. He wrote the book Right or Almost Right, is the #1 money earner with Valentus. He's a Blue Diamond distributor. And, you know, John has made millions of dollars in earnings. I think it's over 17 million, which will put some cheese on the macaroni, as we say here in Wisconsin. And John has identified this company as a company that has all 5 elements in place. We talk about them. We're going to talk about, talk about it on this broadcast. The company has to be in place. The products have to be in place, right? The timing has to be in place. The compensation plan has to be rich and rewarding and has to have what I call speed pay. And then, of course, support has to be there. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself unless you don't have any support. And then, of course, that 6th element, which is the vibe, the energy. You know, in California, they call it supernatural energy, the vibe that's given off by the people that are on the team and the leadership and the culture. And that vibe element is here in place. So we're excited John's on here. You're going to hear from John in a minute. I also want to talk about a huge call taking place at 11:30 today with our CEO, Dave Jordan. You can write this number down, 530-881-1212, and then at 11:30, dial in and type in that PIN code, 745-112-327. This is a CEO call for Valentus. So you like what you see, you like what you hear, get on this CEO call. And to save everybody a bunch of time, what you can do is you can text 76,000. If you text the word prevail, all in capitals, so text prevail to 76,000, you'll get on the Valentus text alert system, which means that you'll get all the breaking news and information right from the company. It's a pretty slick system that the company has in place. So we're here today to talk about the future. We're here today to talk about your future. You know, sometimes you get that feeling, that 6th sense, as John talks about in his book, Right or Almost Right, where you know that you have hit the sweet spot. It makes the right sound, it feels good, and the ball goes over the fence. And that's exactly what we have here with this company, Valentus. I believe we have drilled the timing. We've hit the sweet spot, and the results that have come forward have been tremendous. Most of you on the webcast know us. You know Nancy, you know myself, you know the other leaders that are on this webcast that are in the chat, and we feel like we have caught the timing here in a perfect window. We've done well in the past, and we're definitely in the process of doing very well here. And it's because of the timing, it's because of the company. The company is now, get this, shipping to 80 different countries around the world. So, I mean, Valentus is open for business around the world. And I X'd off some of the markets where we know people, some of the markets where, we have members that have enrolled in our business. And even though we've only been in for just a matter of days, the excitement is building globally. We're very excited about the global build here. That was a very important criteria for us. We wanted a binary company. We wanted something simple and easy and fun, right? So we could go out there and share the good news with people, herald the message, and make a bunch of money. But we wanted a global company because all the money in this business is international. I mean, we'll build a big team domestically, but when you go outside your nation, you get into the 24/7 club, because when they're sleeping, we're working. When we're working, they're sleeping. And then the cash registers ring 24/7. So that was important to us. The company's based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is a picture of the home office right here. Sioux Falls is about a 5-hour drive for Nancy and I. If you're on the broadcast and you're in Minnesota, like John and Mike and some of the other leaders, it's even closer. So I'm sure we'll be getting in the car and going out there, but it was not necessary. We just wanted to know the company had a physical infrastructure in place, and it wasn't some boiler room operation being ran on the cloud. This company has a physical address, company that has been in business now for 4 years. The company founded back in 2014. The CEO of the company, the founder, is Dave Jordan, someone that Nancy and I have known since 2001. Dave was a top producer in a previous company we were involved with going back 17 years ago. Back in 2001, I met Dave, and he was living up in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and was a top earner in another business. And what he's done here with Valentus is incredible. He's got millions in capital behind him. He's a debt-free company, over 80 million in sales in 4 years. And as we are going to expand on, this company has the sixth element that's in place. And look what's happened. I mean, he started the company back in 2014. They did 300,000 in wholesale product volume the first 12 months. And that's a good start. It's definitely nothing to write home about, but that's what happens when you're a startup company and foundation. Second year, 2015, 3 million in sales. So we went from doing that in a year to doing that almost every month. And then look at 2016, 30 million in volume. So he grew another tenfold. Consistent growth, going from 3 million a year to now about 3 million per month in volume. Last year was very similar. It was a similar growth year. That's what happens. Companies level off a little bit. But this year, 2018, something happened, which is exploded sales. The figures aren't in for 2018 yet. But what happened was they came out with this product called Optimum. And I don't know if anybody on this broadcast is drinking Optimum, but I am right here. I absolutely love this product, and this product is going to take us to great heights. But we also have the Optimum Global Convention taking place in Vancouver here in just a few days. It's like we're 20 days out now. What is going to be announced there is anybody's guess, but our CEO has some tricks up his sleeve, and I believe that 2019 is going to be a breakout banner year for this company, and everybody on this webcast, you can be a part of that success story and be a part of that growth, and that's very, very exciting. So we're not too little, 80 million, but we're not too big. The timing here is the sweet spot. The product line is very, very simple. Don't need to spend a lot of time on this. It's involved in the coffee industry, the second most consumed beverage worldwide. I'm guessing someone on this broadcast is drinking coffee right now. There's billions of cups consumed worldwide. This is a delivery system to get the right ingredients into you, and the coffee is a way to do it. People will drink coffee every day. It's a $120+ billion industry. And if you just ask, who do you know that drinks coffee? It's a no-brainer. as I mentioned, someone's drinking coffee right now, and we make prospecting calls. People laugh and they say, I'm drinking coffee right now. It's kind of funny. The product that we're focused on here, I guess you call it our flagship product, is this Slim Roast Optimum product. It sells for $59 at wholesale. This is a weight management product, which is excellent with great results coming in, but it's a smart coffee. It has a neurological purpose. It's called a nootropic. It helps with mental focus and mental clarity. It elevates moods. This is a feel-good, smart coffee with weight management properties because it crushes your cravings. I mean, once you try the Optimum, I think you're going to be stunned. And if you've tried it and you want to type in the chat, go ahead and tell us. I think it tastes great. It smells great. This product is fantastic. It's very simple to use. You just add hot water. I mean, that's it. And the results speak for themselves. Now, we also have a keto creamer for those of you very serious about losing weight. This will put your body into a state of ketosis, which means that you become a fat-burning machine. And a lot of people tie that into a no-carb, no-sugar type diet. And the results are amazing for people. This is an add-on product, and people use creamer in their coffee. So it's a great 1-2 punch. It doesn't get much simpler than that. But the company has a family of products, and this is what you're looking at on your screen. Products that help you with appetite control. Products that help elevate your mood, regulate fat and sugar absorption. Products that have the thermogenic and the antioxidant effect. Products that help promote brain health, mental focus, and the creamer product, which helps promote a natural ketosis within your body. But this is the product line. I've tried all the products except for the canine product. I haven't tried that one yet. I probably won't. But I can tell you they taste great. The energy drink I absolutely love. It tastes like berries. It gives you energy. The Slim Roast Cocoa is fantastic. I mean, it's August, and we're coming into Labor Day weekend next weekend. And I'm up here in the north woods of Wisconsin where it's 80 degrees drinking hot cocoa. I mean, but this stuff is incredible. I mean, I just love the flavor. There's an immune boost product, a trim product. There's an AM PM product, which is called Breakthrough, which is a 10-day cleanse product. There's a Prevail Max product, which is an excellent product with energy effects and many different effects. And of course, the Keto Creamer product, but a very simple product line, easy to share with people. You know, I mean, if you want to send somebody a sample, you get a bubble mailer like this, and you put some samples in there, cost you $3, $4. Send it out in the mail to somebody, let them try it. They come back, and most of the people sign up into business. It's really that simple, getting products out to people. And as I said, the results speak for themselves. But we're not just a weight management company. We're all about opportunity. And with the nootropic effects in the product, I mean, not everybody needs to lose weight. But for those people that do, this product, Optimum Slim Roast, it's not only the best weight loss coffee product on planet Earth, but our CEO and founder, Dave Jordan, says that this Optimum Slim Roast is the best weight management product sold in the network marketing industry. Now, that's a bold statement right there, but that's what Dave says. And here's the best news of all. It's affordable. You can get one of these Slim Roast canisters or a box of our product for $59. I mean, that is incredible value. That's a wholesale price. It retails out for $74.95. Some people sell it for $79. You can get 3 boxes of product for $129. You can get 6 boxes of product for $199. And most people get started with what's called the Business Builder Package, $499 for 16 boxes. And if you say Andrew, Nancy, John, Mike, Jim, Floyd, I'm all in. The most you can spend here is $500. And when you spend your money, there's value for value. You're getting 16 boxes of product for $500. It's $499 plus shipping. Amazing value, which is twice the value for those that go out and retail your product. So again, it all comes down to timing. Hopefully the timing's right for you. It was for us. We were looking to lose a little bit of weight. I think everybody wants to lose 5-10 pounds, but more importantly, we were looking to make some serious money from home. And isn't it crazy how 96% of people here in North America, they're worried about money and they're worried about their health. Well, we have an answer to both. We can help people with their financial health. We can help people with their physical health through these Valentus products. Network marketing industry, home business industry, it's absolutely exploding worldwide. 178 billion in total revenue last year paid out to people just like you and me, people who want to work from home, people that want to work online, people that want to work offline. We have something here for everyone. I believe that this Valentus vehicle is the best set of keys on the road for someone who wants that fast track to success. And of course, the timing, it could not be any better. We're an $80 million company that's had the hiccups worked out. And all companies have challenges. Businesses in the network marketing industry have even more. It's like 95% of the companies go out of business within the first 18 months. So the fact the company's 4 years old is a miracle right there. But we're out of what they call the pioneering stage. We have the infrastructure, have the capital, have the documentation of success, the product stories of success, and now we're getting ready to go into what's called critical mass and then this momentum phase. I believe in 2019, this company will be in full-blown momentum when you have hundreds, if not thousands of people coming out of this Vancouver Optimum convention, a global convention. This company is going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the very near future. So you're being tipped off early about a company that's going to absolutely explode. And our guest speaker here today is someone I'm extremely excited to introduce to everyone. You're going to get a chance to meet and hear from our #1 money earner, John Haremza, who I knew of back in the 80s when I was with a company called NSA. John and his brother were infamous up there, the Haremza boys from the Dakotas. Our group was in Minneapolis, and these guys were west of us. And, John went to the top of that company. And I'll let you hear his story from John. But I'm telling you, guys, you can go to johnharemzabook.com. Write that down, or somebody put it in the chat for me, would you please? johnharemza.com, and you can get this book right or almost right. And I got an autographed copy of it here from John. And I've read 88 pages of this book within the first hour that I got it. It's a very easy read, but it gives a look into John's story. And man, I got excited because I can relate to everything that he was saying. And I believe if you get this book and you read this book, you're going to become a better networker, and it's going to make you money. So the books you don't read can't help you. And we're all readers, and we learn, and it's a constant growing phase. So what I'd like to do right now is bring on John Haremza from Perm, Minnesota, #1 money earner in Valentus. And John, welcome to the webcast here today. I'm going to launch your camera, and everybody give us a big warm welcome. John, welcome to the broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and launch your audio. Glad to have you.
Oh, okay, can you hear me? Okay, well, listen, everyone, I am very excited to be, on this webcast with Nancy and Andrew. And, I have been involved here in this industry of networking, and I want to share my story with you, but I've been involved in the industry now for 30 years. And I was actually talking with Nancy and Andrew here right before the call, and I just said, guys, over my years, and I've brought a lot of people experienced in the network marketing field aboard. And everyone talks about what they're going to do, and usually when it's all said and done, there's always more said than done. And I was just telling these guys just before the call how how impressed I am with the type of effort, action, results these guys have put forth in just a few short days that they've been working with me here in Valentus. I could not tell you how excited I am to be working with them. I know I've talked to many of you already, but Nancy and Andrew literally are on the phone with me 10 times a day. They're making this thing happen, and so I'm just extremely impressed by their efforts and really doing almost going above and beyond what they said they were going to do. So I'm very excited about that, and thank you guys. I want to just take a couple of minutes here and share with you a little bit of my history, a little bit of my background. I have been involved in industry now for 30 years, and in that 30-year window, I've made $18 million in commissions. And I came to this industry with no business, no professional, no sales background whatsoever. I was a blue-collar worker in a small town here where I live now in Perham, Minnesota. Right out of high school, went to work at a potato chip factory. I was a welder, building, maintaining equipment. And folks, I have dyslexia. And so still today I struggle with it. But back then in school, nobody understood it. I was thought to be slow, dumb, and stupid. I had no self-esteem, no self-confidence. I literally would not even say hi to someone, unless they said hi to me first. And, I share that with you and with people because, a lot of people look at this and they say, hey, can this work? Can I really do this? And I'm absolutely living proof that it doesn't matter where you live, what's your age, your education, your finances, what you do, who you know, none of it matters. If you've got the right vehicle and you take action, amazing things can happen. Andrew had mentioned that we met back and knew each other back and didn't know each other, but knew of each other back in NSA. That was my very first company. When I was introduced to come look at NSA, I thought, given my background of blue collar and maintenance and building things, I thought they wanted me to build a display. And this is how much I knew about networking. These things were a little countertop water filter. The way you sold them is you'd let someone try it. It was called a puppy dog approach. You'd let them try it for a week. They'd fall in love, with the great water and wanted to buy it after that. Let them try it free for a week. And so the night I got introduced, I bought 4 filters right on the spot. They were $120 a piece, so $480. Came home to, at that time was my fiance, and needless to say, she didn't share my enthusiasm towards that. But I went out that weekend after work, got 3 of the 4 filters placed. 3 of the 4 filters, somebody agreed to try them, came back a week later, brought my brother with me for moral support. I sold 1 of the 3 filters, bought it for $120, sold it for $179, put $59 in my pocket. I looked at my brother, I says, oh my God, I'm going to be rich. And of course, he's excited about what he witnessed. He wanted to get involved. And, I'm like, I don't know if I want anyone else to know about this, right? But he's my brother. I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to let you in, but we need to make a pact between us that no one else is to know about it. So, folks, here I am now 30 years later, having made $18 million. I entered the industry, knocking on doors, trying to keep it a secret, didn't even want to, didn't understand the concept of trying to recruit people. Well, anyway, I did that part-time for 6 months, went full-time, became what they call a national marketing director in 16 months. My life completely and totally changed. I was there for 4 years, and a lot of people ask, well, what happened? What happened? Why aren't you there? And the company, one of the top earners left, and I kind of took my blinders off and realized there's a big part of networking out there, and realized how important timing was and how important consumable products were. And so I began to really study and research the industry. Found a company called Rexall Showcase International. For those of you that are my age or older, you may remember the old Rexall drugstores. There's a first national drugstore chain in America. You know, I got excited. They were about the size Valentus is right now, okay? Consumable product, timing was right. Spent the next 12 years there. That's where I made my first real money, made $4 million. The company got sold. It got sold again for the second time. I lost my belief. And folks, here's what I believe. I believe at the end of the day, the most important thing, people ask me too, John, what's the most important thing for success? And I say, number one, it's belief, right? People buy people. It's your passion, you know, it's your posture, your belief, your enthusiasm about what it is you're doing that attracts or influence others. I simply lost my belief. I mean, I literally felt like I was trying to sell a dream, and I felt like I was living a nightmare. And I just couldn't in good conscience do it. I went into just really a maintenance or support mode, and then had the opportunity to become a master distributor with a day one company called Wayware. And I joined that company, resigned my position. You know, thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown in the process because I was, you know, walking away from still what most people would think is incredible income. But, you know, I wasn't happy. I didn't think I could grow it beyond. I was working harder just to maintain. And so I started over with this company, spent the next 12 years there. And over in that 12-year window, made $10 million. And then there was a sister company involved with that company as well that I was the master distributor of, made $2 million. And, you know, once again, I found myself in a situation with the owner where some things took place and I lost my trust. And trust really is the foundation and the backbone of belief. And so Dave Jordan, who is the owner and the founder here of Valentus, was in my business. And back when this whole sister company took place, I hope you're following me on this story, he got disillusioned, left. We met a little while later, said he was going to start Valentus. I was making over $100,000 a month at the time and unhappy, but he took a spot and was not able to really engage here until 2.5 years ago. And I can tell you this, Valentus is going to be the biggest thing that I've ever done. And I don't know if you can call it luck, you know, wisdom or good fortune. I've been very fortunate, you know, in my career here in network marketing. Every company, every time I've made a decision that I had to do something different, that decision has maximized and increased and multiplied my income. So I haven't had, you know, what I'd call a bad experience. And that really led me to my book, Right or Almost Right, because, you know, I meet so many hardworking, right? You know, seemingly doing everything right network marketers, and yet they're struggling. And, you know, so the question is, are they doing it right or almost right? And I believe, yes, I mean, a lot of people fail or don't do well simply because they don't apply themselves. But in more cases than not, it's that little adjustment. But one of the things I talk about in my book is that all of these companies, right, and/or opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation plan, the timing, and the training and support. And if 2 or 3 of those elements are missing, it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work. Despite your best efforts, you're going to struggle. You're not going to make the money you thought you could, you hoped you would, you told you should. If there's a few elements messed up, I mean, you could take me, you know, with all the success I've had, put me in a company that has 2 or 3 elements missing, and I'm going to struggle, right? And so when all 5 of those elements come together, with what I believe we have here at Valentus, that is where the magic happens, you know, and the fortunes are made. And I just want to touch briefly on a couple points there. I know Andrew touched on, you know, the infrastructure, rock solid, debt free, you know, products. And let me tell you, in my, you know, now 30 years in the industry, selling weight loss coffee, it's the easiest thing I've ever done, sold, or talked about. You know, I spent my life in supplements, which I kind of refer to as the convincing business. You're always trying to convince someone, you know, to do something they're not doing, spend money on something they're not spending money on. It's a compliance nightmare. when it comes to coffee, something people are, 80% of North America, 50% of the world are drinking anyway, and they're going to drink the rest of their life. And then you put it together with weight loss. And here's the thing I know about weight loss is, whatever someone does to lose their weight, if they're not able to or willing to do that the rest of their life, they're going to gain their weight back. So when you have a product that can help manage, control, and lose weight in something you're already in a habit of, something you're already spending money on, something you're going to do the rest of your life, I mean, compliance is through the roof. You've got a product that is not just easy to talk about, but it is something people can use long term without being what I call miserable. Miserable as most people are on any diet. You're not miserable. I mean, nobody leaves the house without, drinking their coffee. But the other thing I want to mention is timing. And Andrew touched on this, but folks, every company tells you, right, that the timing is perfect. And, but how do you know, right? And here's the short story. Timing is a factor of numbers. And there's only really two numbers that matter. It's how many distributors are there and what's the sales volume. And the short story is, if either one of those numbers are big, you have missed it from a timing standpoint. But let me get a little bit deeper on why timing does what it does, because, and this is not my opinion, right? This, if you study the industry as I have, you'll find that's very predictable, right? There's triggers that put company in various stages. And so I want to best help you understand this by relating it to fishing. And let's just say that I get you all excited about a brand new fishing hole I mean, nobody's ever fished this lake. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. This is so exciting, and I get you excited about it, and we go out and there's no fish biting, right? And the weather's miserable, and I mean, this is just no fun. And so it's kind of like being in a startup company, right? There's no evidence, there's no proof. It's all based on what could happen, right? And so the body count is very hard. It's a very difficult time to be with a company because very few companies make it through that window. Well, when a company hits about $2 million a month in sales, something magical happens. It's as if the sky clears and the fish start biting, right? Why does that happen? Because at $2 million a month, there's revenue. Income is being earned. Product successes are happening. They've crossed that threshold of risk, and there's something to believe in other than it could happen, right? It's happening. And as the company grows, the fishing per se gets better and better and better. And when it hits that $8-10 million a month range, it's like the fish are jumping in the boat. You can't hardly get your line in the water and you've got another fish, right? It's that critical mass. The masses begin to pour in. And so, I mean, you literally don't even need to know what you're doing, right? I mean, you could take a dart, throw it at a map, and there's people making money. And all you have to do is just get someone in front of it. Very, very exciting time. But folks, Andrew referred to as a sweet spot. Okay, that's that spot between 2 and 10 million. Between 2 and 10 million is the sweet spot, because here's why timing works. This is the secret behind timing and why people make the big money, right? Because if you can get involved and get a base built in that sweet spot with where we are right now between that 2 and 10 million, so when it hits that critical mass, it hits that 8-10 million a month, you're not standing there with one fishing pole thinking this is unbelievable. Rather, you're driving the boat, right? And you're dragging 10 miles a net, right? You've got 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people fishing out of your boat. The key is positioning yourself, right, for critical mass to get that base built. And that is what 2019 is going to be. It's going to be working hard and fast. That's why I'm working so hard today, is because I recognize and understand the window that we're in. Getting yourself positioned, get that base built, so when this thing hits critical mass and goes through the roof, you're not standing there with one fishing pole, but rather you are there leveraged to take massive of action where your income can compound virtually on a monthly basis. The other thing, folks, I want to touch on is the compensation plan. And, the thing about the compensation plan is every company tells you, right, that they have the best, most lucrative compensation plan there is. And the reality of it is, folks, every company has around the same amount of revenue to pay back to people like you and I. It's in that 40 to 50% that pays back to people like you and I. And we do pay out 50%. So 50% of the dollar that comes into Valentus goes back out to people like you and I. But here's the question you should be asking is who gets it? And what do you have to do to get it, right? Because, what's exciting about the Valentus plan is it doesn't have all the gotchas and the hurdles and the structure requirements, the hoops that you have to jump through that make you fill your garage with product, right? Or spend a bunch of money to try to stay qualified, or someone else is holding you back from being qualified, right? So, but there's actually that 50% I talk about is spread out over 7 profit centers, okay? And I'm not going to get into these 7 profit centers because it can be a bit overwhelming. What I want to do is I want to take and really break it down into 4 basic activities, okay? Now, the first activity is what I call immediate income. Immediate income is something you're in control of, right? You go out there and sell a product through our retail commissions, you can make that 25%, right? So you're in charge of it. It's your time. You sell something over the internet, or you sell something to a neighbor. You're able to earn that retail wholesale to retail markup. The next way you make money in immediate income is by recruiting people, involving new people, customers and members. And through our Fast Start program, you can see here when someone buys, 1 box, you make $20. They buy a 3 box, you make $40. They buy an Advantage or a 6 box, you make $60. And if someone buys that business pack, that Fast Start, you make immediate income of $100. Now, folks, there's also something called a legacy bonus. And once you become legacy qualified, you make an additional $100 of immediate income on everyone you personally enroll. So now instead of making $100, you make $200 on nearly 50% on all the new enrollments coming in with that business pack, okay? And this brings us to the next way I believe we make money is what I call leveraged income, okay? Leveraged income is leveraging the efforts of other people, right? So it's no longer about your efforts, it's about the efforts of other people. And this is really through our legacy bonus. And in our plan, we have something called a foundation team and a legacy team. The foundation team are the first 3 people that join your business with a business pack. Not that just sign up, but join your business with the business pack, which is the $4.99. That's called your foundation team. Everyone after those first 3 is called your legacy team, okay? Now, it's illustrated here as 3 people. It can be 50 people, it can be 100 people, right? Everybody you personally enroll at the business pack, you're going to make $200 on. But here's what happens. On your entire legacy team, to infinity, the first 3 of the first 3 of the first 3 to infinity. So in this example, you look at that very first red person there, that's part of your legacy team. You make $200 bringing that person in. You make, as they bring their first 3 business packs in, you make $100 on each of those business packs. And as they bring their 3 in, you make $100 on their first 3 business packs. And this goes to infinity. Doesn't get blocked. It goes to infinity. You're in $100 on your legacy team for every new person joining. The next way we make money is what I call the residual income. Okay, this is the mailbox money. This is the monthly consumption. This is everybody consuming the product. Okay, and so there's really 2 components here. Okay, that attribute to the residual income. One is the dual team commissions, right? This is the binary, right? The cycle bonus, where for every 200 you have on your strong side, 100 on your weak side pays you $20. Okay, so basically you're making 20% to infinity on your lesser side, right? So. And that starts at the Ruby level. And that's important too, because we're going to show you a way that you can immediately lock yourself in to that 20% or that $20 cycle bonus by starting with a business pack. You start with a business pack, you're locked in, provided you maintain an auto ship, you're locked in to that 20% on the cycle bonus. So there's 2 ways that you make money in the residual side of our business through the cycle bonus and through our matching check, right? Because your matching check is based on the people you enroll and the people they enroll. It's not, it's so if I enroll Andrew and Nancy and they enroll somebody, Andrew and Nancy is on my first level, so I'm making a 20% check match for, so whatever their dual team commission check is, I get, in addition to my normal override, I get 20% of whatever their check is, okay? And let's say they sponsor Michael. Michael, might be 5 levels deep, but he's on the second level as it relates to matching check. So I would be getting, actually, because I'm a Blue Diamond, I get 15% of what Michael, and so on and so forth. So one of the things we mentioned about this Ruby pack, right? This $4.99 pack positions you at the top of the cycle bonus at 20%, but it also locks you in to a 4-level matching check. Now, folks, here's something important if you understand binaries at all. This matching check has nothing to do with legs. You become a Ruby, you could literally make decent money in our plan not even starting a second leg, not even having a second leg, just by starting as a Ruby, maintaining auto ship, putting somebody in your power leg, and you can make significant income just off the matching check, right? Because you'd be locked into that 4-level matching check on that person. So, and then the last way we make money is what I call bonus income. Literally tens of thousands of dollars to be earned in bonus income. There's bonuses available for every level of participation. We have a car bonus, for those people starting at the diamond level, starts at $400. And, we're not going to force you into buying a certain type of car. All it has to be is 2 years new or newer. It can be any type of car. And it goes all the way up to $3,000 a month that you can receive in a car bonus. We have a growth bonus pool. Okay, 1% of revenue set aside for everyone who brings 3 new enrollments with a business pack. You get a share of that global bonus, and those shares, range anywhere from $150 on up to $300. Let's say an average of $200. I want to walk you through a scenario. Let's say you're legacy qualified, right? And you go out there and you bring 3 people in with a business pack. You make a $300 fast start. You make a $300 legacy bonus. So there's $600. You put on a $200 global pool. You've just made $800 bringing 3 people in with the business pack. Okay, so incredibly lucrative, and you get as many shares of that pool as possible. And who's most likely to get those shares? It's brand new people that have that fresh, warm market that are going out, like Andrew and Nancy. I think they brought in like 27 people or something like that already. And so, listen, folks, that's what I really wanted to share with you. I wanted to have you get to know me a little bit. I know I've already talked to many of you already, and so what I want to do is just, number one, express my excitement towards this team, my commitment towards this team. I am a very active, engaged upline. I mean, and Nancy and Andrew and Mike, whoever can that I've already worked with, can contest to that. I mean, whether you send me a text, need me for a call, need me on a conference call, need me to do an event, I flat out am fully engaged in the building of this company because I recognize the timing and where we are at. So with that, I want to turn the call over to Nancy. Nancy and I literally are talking 10 times a day, and I'm talking, with people, that have already come in, like Michael and Eric and other people, Jim. So anyway, Nancy, I just can't tell you how excited I am about you and Andrew, the team that you've assembled in just a short couple of weeks here, and what's to come in the future. Just truly excited about and folks, one other thing I just want to mention before I turn it over to Nancy is we're in that stage of a company, right, where you're not going to be just a cog in a wheel. You're not going to be, a minnow in an ocean. I mean, you have an opportunity because of the size of our company to be part of the DNA, to be part of the culture, to have that personal relationship with the top earners, with the corporate staff, with the owner of this company, Dave Jordan. We're at a very, very exciting and unique stage in a company's development. So, Nancy, with that, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hello, and so excited. Thank you so much, John, for that very kind introduction here. And I am more excited today about Valentus and the future and what we all have here, guys, than I have been in a very, very long time. We're excited because we're getting results, and it's not us, it's because of timing. And I do want to mention here, guys, seriously, go to that website, order your book. He'll give you the original copy here. You just pay for shipping. His new book is coming out, but it actually mirrors the training guide that you're going to get when you get your business builder pack for Valentus. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody gets their hands on that book. It's a very, very powerful book, very, very powerful read. So with that being said here, what I'm going to do, I get to talk a little bit about the tools here that we have in Valentus here. So hold on one second here, guys, sorry. There we go, okay. And some of the support tools that the company offers. This company, as Andrew has covered and John, they're 4 years old. They've got a very strong foundation laid in place, and literally all we need to do right now is plug in to what the company is currently doing. And so we are going to start a Global Win Team Facebook group that will be coming here within the next week. Many of you that have worked with us over the past many years, it's the way that we communicate and get the word out quickly on events and various things like that. So stay tuned for that. Also, we've got a live webinar schedule that'll be consistent. And we're going to be announcing here Sunday night will be our next webcast. So we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But also, Andrew mentioned this, what you're going to want to do here so that you're tied in directly to the company via text message, you simply text to 76,000 the word prevail, and you will begin getting live updates as to corporate events, company events that are going to be taking place. And the other thing that is so, so powerful is this company has got tools available, from great apparel to business cards. Andrew and I have already ordered our business cards here with Valentus, and they've got magazines that is a powerful tool. And so if you go to that website, valentustools.com, you will see all that is available for you to be able to order, so that as you're out sharing this with people, you've got the right things in place to be able to help you do that. And so what I'd like to do here is I would like to turn the time over to very good friends of ours. We've known Mike and Tammy many, many years, and they just recently hit Emerald here. Pretty impressive within the first, couple days in the business here, guys. And I know they're making a run for Diamond here in the next 7. So Michael Renz, I'm going to turn it over to you here to cover some of the additional things that we want to talk about.
All right. Well, thank you, Nancy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Andrew. And we met a lot of top leaders in the industry over the years, but John and the CEO, Dave, you guys have been keeping up. I mean, I can't believe how many calls handle on top of all your other responsibilities and so forth. So, and I'll try to keep this brief, but we're extremely excited. I mean, I just got off the plane. I spent 2 weeks in France. I got off the plane. I was still in jet lag. I think it was like 6 hours I was home when I got the call. And I had to get my head around this, but when I went through the simplicity of the product, the timing in the market, a USA global company, a binary with a 200-100, and put the math, on the table and really dissected this comp plan, it was a no-brainer. And I think for me, outside of the results of hitting Emerald here in 14 days and making a diamond run my first month, that I'm extremely humbled to know that everyone I bring into this business, everyone that is in the business, and everyone that you bring into the business, that this is their shot to shine. A $59 low buy-in product category. I mean, coffee and weight loss. The commissions that somebody can earn. Obviously, if they make more money, they work harder. Knowing that you're not harming anybody. I mean, the company's got $1,000, $1,500 packs, and I'll tell you that the industry standard on a $1,200 to $1,500 business pack that a lot of these companies sell, $1,500 worth of product. Most companies are about $200 to $250. And when you lay this out, that over three people, I mean, you get business builder qualified, you get those three out of the way and make your $360. That from there moving forward in a 1 month time frame, if you can sell 3 $4.99s, like John said, you're looking at $600, 3 cycles, $660, a share in the bonus pool, over $800 in your pocket. Now keep in mind all your other little packages and everything else that comes into that as your travels, of people that want to try product or people that just want to get in. That $800 in a month or week for 3 sales is absolutely unheard of, and it don't matter what company you're comparing to. We can do the math in minutes. And now think of this one. If all you did was bring in those 3 people and it took you a month or it took you a week, and in some of your cases a day, that if all you did was help them get that first extra sale in, just help them get one, that's helping that new person immediately bring in 1. You, the sponsor, pick up that $100 bonus. The legacy bonus goes to you. There's incentive for you to help your people. And on top of that, the little guy here, the brand new person, the person with no experience, they can make money with Valentus. And if your people are not thriving and making money, if the products are not being reordered and being penetrated into the market, okay, you're not going to get to where you go. The business is built on duplication, product sales, and helping people make money. So we're extremely wild. I'm really humbled by the people the response that we're getting. I have not even touched the internet, and after 5 years full-time in the industry, 10 years in the industry, I know what the online side of this is, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But all I've been doing is picking up the phone, keeping it short and simple. And like my wife, I'll give you an example. My wife lost 8 to 10 pounds. She did a 30-day challenge. She ate the right foods. She changed her whole deal, driving to the gym 6 days a week. And 3 months later, still continuing those habits the best that she can to lose 8 to 10 pounds. She drank Optimum for now 9 days, and she's down 4 pounds. And no change or nothing. She drinks coffee in the morning anyway. So, I mean, so when you can bring something that'll help somebody lose a little weight, which I don't care who they all would like to lose a few pounds, and as simple as drink the coffee, by helping people identify that they can make money with this, this is an absolute slam dunk. And if there was ever a time to grab hold of something and get outside your comfort zone and talk to people and be motivated and energized in your conversation, remember, the only reason Andrew and Nancy and myself have the results that we have is because we took massive action. You can do it one way, you can go fast, or you can go slow. And obviously, if you don't join this company, launch your business with this company. So real quick on some dates here I want to cover. Obviously, keep an eye out. We got a lot of activity coming. We're going to be having our Facebook group. We're going to be doing text communications. We got a lot of systems in play. We got a big event happening in Canada here. We look forward to seeing you all recognized as leaders. I mean, get yourself legacy qualified, work to become a silver, gold, platinum, ruby. It's all about your story, creating your 30-day, 60-day, 90-day story. And I mean, my story is 14 days. And same with Andrew and Nancy. So we also have a big event here coming up, and we're going to be attending this event in Vancouver. If you have any interest in being at a ground floor event with the company, our inner circle of leaders will be coming in. This is very important to get a feel of what your hands on, and the time with our people is how you build long-term relationships and help bring your people all the way home. Now, the next slide here I want to touch on is, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, but as an online marketer, the availability of contacting people around the world from Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, email marketing, I mean, any which way, shape, or form, with your cell phone, you can communicate with anybody in the world for free, okay, for free. And today's world, people, even webinars like this, people want to know about it. They want the information. They want to make a decision, and they'll be in or they'll be out or they'll order product and keeping it tight and swift. Well, with technology today and what I see what Valentus has put together with this pre-enrollee downline builder, that you know what it's like to get a lead, you know what it's like to have to do the work, you know that you're going to be chasing them, you know you better be writing great emails, or you better have some sort of system. And it's real simple here. You put somebody in as a pre-enrollee, or they watch your video, read your information, and when they request information, not only does that person become a lead in your inbox, but that person ends up in your downline as a pre-enrollee member. And tomorrow morning, if there's 8 new pre-enrollees or 800 new pre-enrollees, that person gets an email saying, hey, Betty Sue, you got 8 new people under you. Congratulations. Take a look. And I'm telling you that advantage right there of pre-building people into your downline, the fear of loss, the system putting out those emails, I mean, that is the absolute game changer for anyone that even begins to sign in on the computer or their phone on social media. The fear loss of getting people in place. And I'm telling you, we have not even touched the internet side of this, because I know the first 30, 60 days, I've got to talk to people. This is relationship. I got to get down and dirty. I got to create the story, and I got to look for those people that are motivated to go. And so, you know, my efforts on recruiting have been very fast, furious, right to the point. And I haven't been on a call with someone for more than a half hour where that phone's not dinging and calls are coming in, and they're like, boy, you're pretty busy. But that's what happens when you create energy and you create the momentum. So I strongly urge you to take advantage of this timing window, take advantage of your upline story, and talk to everyone, because there ain't one person you know that you flat out can say that they don't want to lose a few pounds. And there's nobody that you know, no matter how well they're off, that wouldn't want more in life. And if they are set on a weight, and if they are set on money, one thing's for sure is that how would you like to help some people? Because at the end of the day, a stay-at-home mom, someone that's really trying to make a go of this, when you help her put an extra $500, $800 in her pocket for the month or week, that is life-changing for people, and you cannot put a price tag, or that is your reward. And do what you would do for your people. And I mean, documentation beats conversation here. There's many of our team members on the reader board on the top 200. And as you see there, between Andrew, Nancy, and myself, we put in about 50 personally enrolled distributors. And guys and gals, this has been 14 days. So take notes, follow your upline, listen to what we're sharing with you, take advantage. And I always tell this to people. I mean, I've been top 100 in a couple companies, and because of Andrew and Nancy and thinking of me and calling me when I didn't even have an email, I know this, that this is like a college. You're not taking out a $100,000 loan to send your kid through college. It's not 3, 4, 5 years of studying and at the end of the road have a big balance, and then you got to pay this big bill, and then you got to go do the work, and you're in debt. It's free to attend. It's free to study network marketing. It's free to learn and be an entrepreneur. It's free to read the books. It's free to talk to people. It's free to make, I mean, it's all basically free to learn to become a professional network marketer. And the hours that you could create, I mean, 10 people, 100 people in your team working 1 hour a day. I mean, you can't work 100 hours a day. So, I mean, people really don't understand the industry. So, I mean, look at it like this. You put 1, 2, 3 years into your future in network marketing. You practice and you earn as you learn, and you grow and you learn and you teach and you grow. At the end of 3 years, worst case scenario, you got really, really good at a lot of stuff, you know, online marketing, offline marketing, you know, calls and all that stuff. But at a best case scenario, you may have a massive network with no loan, no debt, and total time freedom. And for me, I'll just tell you, I'm 54 with 3 grandkids. I want time with my family. I want time on the lake. I want time to build my cars. I want to play some music. And for the last 5 years, I've been blessed, absolutely blessed. And thank you, Andy and Nancy, for thinking of me 10 years ago. And also congratulations on your achievement as Diamond. So I'm going to give everybody a quick little tip. You want to launch your business, you want results, you want to go fast. You're out nothing if people say no, but you gain everything if they say yes. And right now, in 30 minutes from now, you and your people have a shot to hear from our CEO on a massive announcements and updates and hear from our CEO. And I challenge you, how many people in 30 minutes can you get on this call? And for one, will you be there? And how many can you get on there? So I'm working. I got people coming to this call. There's people on this webinar that are listening on a call line. This playback will be massive. We also have another webinar tomorrow night. And I'd just like to congratulate everyone. I'd like to give you a big welcome home. I mean, this will be your home run, and you put your time in. This will be your home run. And to everybody in my organization, you will receive a text message right now with that that dial-in number. Make sure you jot that down. Make sure you forward that out. And let's load up this call. Let's show the company what the Global Win Team's all about. And together we all win. So I'd like to thank everybody. Same webinar tomorrow night. This will be another webinar. We're doing a hot weekend here, putting out a lot of information coming into a holiday week. And take advantage of what your upline's doing for you, because all you got to do is invite people to these events, do a quick follow-up, text us for a three-way, get the information to them, and you move to the next person. So get aggressive on yourself, dream big. Together we all win as a team. Thank you, John. Thank you, Andrew, Nancy, and thank you to all the team members watching the playback and everybody on here today. Mike Rock and Roll from Minneapolis, Minnesota, over and out.